Please take your seats, for the show is about to begin.
32 and 91, your pizza's ready.
Well, thank God for Mom and Dad. Give it up for my Mom and Dad. They're right over there. Sticking through together 'cause we don't know how. Hey, so this is a cover. Again. And for those that haven't heard it, I'll be very impressed if you can pick it. Ain't nothing but a heartache, tell me why. Ain't nothing but a mistake, tell me why. I never wanna hear you say, 'cause I want it that way. Always take the weather with you everywhere you go. Always take the weather everywhere you go. Always take the weather with you everywhere you go. Always take the weather with you.
Just on the note that I think Vinoo's practiced that song probably over about a year now, or 8 months, so he's...
2 weeks!
2 weeks!
Started yesterday, come on.
Even though, you know, so all the hard work that Vinoo's put in has definitely paid off tonight. What do you think? Yeah.
Story of Vincent and Yari, but this is the story of something much more. How power and privilege cannot move a people who know where they stand and stand in the law.
From little things, big things grow. From little things, big things grow.
From little things, big things grow. From little things, big things grow. Back and you went to the doctors, and do you want to tell us what happened and what was your reaction when it happened for you, for Dan, and your family?
Well, I went to the doctors and he ordered some blood tests straight away, and I kind of forgot about it for a few hours. We were cooking dinner and then we had a knock on the door, and it was about 8:30 at night or something, and it was the GP who had actually only met that day who came over to tell me, yeah, it wasn't what I was expecting. A bag of stuff, and I'd never really been to hospital before, so I had no idea what I was in for. But I guess my initial reaction really was more shock, and I suppose having Dan be so strong about how he was able to let all of my family and his family and all of our close friends know about this, so that I didn't have to have those initial conversations, because I think that that was probably the hardest thing. It's easy to talk about it now, and it was easy to talk about it once people knew, but actually giving the information in the first place was probably the hardest thing.
But what is a bone marrow transplant?
Yeah, so because of the uncertainty of my diagnosis as well, that the haematologist decided that a bone marrow transplant was probably the best option for me in terms of a durable remission. So a bone marrow transplant is essentially a procedure where they wipe out your own immune system, your own bone marrow, which is generated in your bones, and then put somebody else's stem cells in, so the very immature cells in, and then hope that they replicate and create a new immune system.
Tell us about some of the drugs that you have to take now. How many do you have to take?
But when I left hospital, I left with this enormous big, like American-style brown paper bag, grocery shopping bag full of drugs, which they said was only a couple of weeks' worth. We don't want to overwhelm you with too many. But essentially, really, the drugs that I have to take are, the important drugs that I have to take are the immunosuppressants, which are the ones that kind of stop the new cells from going too crazy, my new immune system from going too crazy, because the risk for anyone who's undergone a bone marrow transplant is that the new immune system gets a bit carried away and starts to attack some of your own cells and not recognise them. So I have to take those, and because I'm taking those, then my immune system doesn't work very well, and I have to take lots of antibiotics and things just in case. Infection risk is a big problem. Bad gifts to give people, I think.
Some of the nice gifts you got.
They all come from a good place, so. Well, when you're in hospital, definitely anything to do with entertainment is always good. Food is always really good. I got so many lovely gifts, and I think probably they were all great and lovely, but I think that undoubtedly the best gift that you can give somebody who's in that situation is your time and to go and visit them. As always, having people come when you're stuck in hospital for so long is the best gift. I think through the whole process, the thing that's the most important is the people around you, and they're the people that make the difference. I think, everyone's their own person and everyone deals with things differently, but it's the people that gather together around you that really allow everything to be okay, no matter what's happening. And I just feel so fortunate that I have a family, and I have Dan's family, who all just rallied around us and helped us through everything, really. And lots of wonderful friends that make it okay that you can't do all the things that you want to do, and so your world changes a little bit, and people change with it to have you involved as much as you possibly can.
So take this moment to thank every single person here, because every cent that we raised from the ticket sales is being donated to the Leukemia Foundation tonight. And I would like to welcome Gail. Gail, if you would like to come up here on stage, we've got a cheque to present for you.
On behalf of the Leukemia Foundation and our patients and their families for this generous donation, we thank you all.
Thank Jill as well for sharing her story. This is the last track of the night, and the best part of it is that I'm not going to be singing it or doing anything. So I thought we close this night and do something a little bit different. And I thought we would make a track up, how does the song work and things like that. So to make up this track, we're going to lay down the foundations, and then we're going to sing something and give them. I want a song about somebody who's really famous, and they're really famous, but somebody else is trying to take them for a little bit of a ride and take them for all their money and stuff like that. So you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, you mean like a gold digger?
That's it. Not like a gold digger, that's it, alright. So I'm just going to call on cue, and I'm going to let these guys take it away. So Alia, give me the beat. Thanks, God. Keys. Nico.